What's up guys, it's Grimzag here with another video for Grimzag Does Weathering. Today we're going to be taking a look at pigment powders. Now pigment powders can be used for in so many different ways that it'd be impossible for me to list them all. For every type of medium material out there, you'll find someone who has worked out how to combine pigment to it and get a unique effect. So in this tutorial what I'm going to do is focus on 3 different techniques, and I'll break it down into 3 different sections to make it easier. So method 1, what you're going to need is pigment powder, water and matte varnish. For each of these I'll be using the same rusty colours, as primarily I use pigments for rust effects to give a textured finish to otherwise smooth models. First technique, we're going to mix the pigment with water on our palette, then simply paint this onto the model where we want thick collections of whatever you're using the pigment to represent, whether it's rust or mud. Once that's dry, you'll need to give it a light coat of matte varnish to stop the mud from flaking off. Method 2, you'll need matte varnish and the pigment powder. This will give you a light dusty effect onto the model when you're finished. So what you're going to do is add the matte varnish wherever you want your pigment to stick, and leave it for a while so that the varnish is tacky but not quite dry. Then lightly dust the pigment over the top. The varnish will make it adhere. Once it was dry, I actually gave mine a blast of hairspray to further set it. Because this model is going to be used for gaming, I don't want pigment powder falling off all over the place. The last technique uses a sympathetic wash. So in this instance I'm using a rust wash because I'm using rusty colours for my pigments. First I'm going to paint the wash onto the area of the model that I want the pigment, that I want to add variance to. So then it's simply a case of scattering the pigment into the wash and letting it diffuse a bit, occasionally agitating it with the brush if it's necessary. This will give you a nice sort of mix of rust tones on the area you've painted it. So there you have it. There's 3 different techniques for using pigments. As I've said, there are tons of ways of using these out there, and if people request it, maybe I'll put together a video with some more. But for now, happy modelling and have a good one.